Hi everyone, this is Mr. Duty, and today we're going to go over another tutorial on how to do keyframe motion, this time with the red flower. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make a new sequence in the same project, keyframe motion. Yesterday we put motion on the basketball, and today we're going to make a new sequence. To do that, you say File, New, and then choose Sequence. No need to name it other than just sequence number. And we have a blank empty timeline to create our project. So the first thing you want to do is you want to download the flower that's supplied to you. To find that, go back here in the digital media blog and you'll see project 3 materials, and you'll see that I've placed a red flower here for you. You want to click on that so it's full screen, and you want to save the image, and you want to save it to your images folder that you created yesterday. I've already done that, so I'll go back, and then you want to import it into your project. Remember to import, you just right click and choose import, and like I said, I've already done that, so here it is. So the directions say the first thing we want to do is to create a color mat that is light blue. So to create a color mat, we're going to right click again in the project bin and choose color mat. You choose OK, and the directions say blue, so any shade of blue will do. I'm going to choose a light blue here. Make sure we name it. And drag it to the timeline on video 1. There's the blue color, and it's only 5 seconds long, so we want to extend that. Right click and say speed duration, and we want to make that 20 seconds long. 2000, and now we have a 20-second long color mat. The next thing you want to do is you want to create a new item called title. You can just call this name, and you want to create a title that says keyframe motion. Good idea to center that. I would suggest that you find a font, a size, and a color that you like. And you could even go to the different title properties like we did yesterday. And then don't forget to put your name. However you like it. So there's my title. When I'm done, I've already named it. There it is right there, called name. I'm going to X out of the title window, and I'm going to put it on video 2, the first 5 seconds of my video as my title. I'm going to shrink down video 1 and enlarge video 2 so I have a better view of what's going on video 2. So the next thing you want to do is take the red flower and put it right next to your title. Change the duration of this to 10 seconds. And finally, put that same title at the end of your project. So now you have your title, you have your flower, and you have your title at the end. So now it's time to put motion on the flower. We'll see here that the flower is a little too large, so the first thing you want to do is scale to frame, so it is now fitting the program window. If I highlight the red flower and go to Effects Control up here and open up Motion, you can see I could change the position, the scale, and the rotation. Keep in mind that the timeline up here is the same as the timeline down here. If I move the playhead, it moves along with it. And at this point, you can put any kind of motion you want on the red flower as long as you change the position, the scale, and the rotation. So I'm going to activate the keyframes for position. I click on the what looks like a stopwatch here, and you'll see a keyframe shows up. I'll activate that for position, for scale, and for rotation. So these are my beginning points, and now I could change the scale. You see I shrunk it down to about 52. I'm going to change the position. I'm going to put it down here in the bottom corner, and the rotation can stay at 0. Now I'm going to go somewhere towards the end. I'm going to click here so the red playhead jumps to almost the end of the duration. I'm going to put 3 more keyframes. Now these 3 keyframes need to be different than the beginning keyframes. So I'm just going to manually move it over, and you can see that line that tells me that it is changing position. These numbers have also changed. I'm going to change the size. And to rotate it, I will open up this window, or open up this arrow, and spin the flower around 3 times. Let's see how that looks. Now you can see both my position, my scale, and my rotation is changing as it runs through the timeline. And that's it. I'm going to move these keyframes to the very end so it rotates the whole time. Line those up. Now at this point you could export to turn it in if you wanted to put video transitions in between the red flower and your title. That's up to you. Now it'll dip to black before it does the motion. It'll dip to black again before it gives me a title. And that's all there is. To render and export this, watch a tutorial from a previous lesson, and if you wanted to put motion on your titles, that is something you could do for extra credit. Good luck!